Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems again, and welcome to a Monster Energy Supercross Career Mode gameplay as we are continuing on with the 250 West campaign in Salt Lake City, and I just jumped right into the main event. Well, I didn't actually jump right into the main event. I still went for the whole weekend dealio where I went through the heat race and did a qualifying lap and all that stuff, but I just didn't include that this week as part of the gameplay just to condense the video down a little bit. And I'm also not going to do the whole starting a lap down thing this week. We're just going to go in, we're going to try to get these race victories clicked off so we can eventually move up to the 450 class and maybe have a real challenge, because the AI is not very challenging in the 250 class. I don't know what the deal is with it, but supposedly it's much more difficult in the 450 class. We will have to wait and see. So this is the first video in Monster Energy Supercross that I've done since MX's ATV All Out came out, and so I mean, this is kind of the first time I've even picked up and played it since MX's ATV All Out came out. So I know a lot of people are wanting me to maybe compare them, give them, you know, ratings, I guess, or say which one is better. I'm not really going to do that. All I'm going to say is, like, they're two very different games. This one feels and plays so much different than MX's ATV All Out. But I also think that they tackle two different genres. This is exclusive dirt bikes, supercross tracks, etc. Like this, there's no outdoors, there's nothing like off-roading or anything like that. So, you know, they hit a different, like struck up a different chord, if you will, by making a game like this than All Out, which is meant to be more of like an open world type of game and have more than just dirt bikes as vehicle options. Obviously, as a motocross fan, and most people who watch this are probably motocross fans as well, you're probably hoping that All Out would be more realistic than it was. And I will say that if there's one comparison I can make between this and All Out, is that, honestly speaking, this is more realistic. The air physics are trash in this game comparatively to All Out, but the actual on-ground physics, the like gravity, I guess you could call it, the speeds, all are closer to real than what All Out has. I think All Out is a little too free with the gravity, like it just kind of lets you float. The ground physics are really, really strange in that game, with how you can like grip everything really easily in corners, and like you can kind of do that in this game too, but I feel like in All Out it's much more exaggerated. And then yeah, like it just, the speeds in All Out 2 are so fast that it's hard, and I know that the speedometer doesn't ever read as fast as it feels like you're going. Like in All Out it says, oh, you're going 35, which is honestly kind of doable in Supercross. Like most rhythm lanes are probably going 20, 25 miles per hour max, but on a straightaway you could probably do 35, but in All Out you're in some cases going faster than that. So I don't know, I just think that the overall speeds in that game are a little bit off, and that makes it less realistic. I don't think it makes it less fun. I think that there's plenty of fun things in All Out, so I'm not trying to negatively compare it at all. I'm just kind of trying to give you a little bit of a range now that it's out versus this game of what you can expect to feel. Because there have been a lot of people commenting on the All Out videos asking me personally which they should get between Monster Energy Supercross and MX's ATV All Out. And my answer is simple: get both. If you like dirt bikes, if you like racing video games, if you know, don't mind spending a few extra bucks here and there, I would recommend getting both. Like, I think a lot of people are just saying that All Out is really bad without giving it a chance, I would say. Like, now that I've gotten a little bit more into playing All Out and learned it and understood it a little bit more, I'm having a blast. Like, it's a fun game to play and get the physics down and stuff like that. I think more so than this game, it's got a really gnarly learning curve. Like, it's pretty challenging to pick up and learn, and I think that might turn people off just a little bit who are hoping to pick it up and it feel like what they expect it should feel like for a dirt bike and such. But it's just, you have to go into it with a real open mind, and I really think that both are worth it. If you are on the fence about these because of money, I'm not going to offer you any advice there. I would just say that, you know, it's not the end of the world if you wait a little while for them to maybe go on sale as well. So you could try that option. I know for Monster Energy Supercross today, there's always like keys available to purchase in other areas, like G2A I believe is a good one for keys, and they're generally cheaper. But also like Steam, which both of these games are going to be out on for the PC, they always have like summer sales, spring sales, a Saturday afternoon sale, you know, like they just have tons of sales on Steam. So I think eventually these will fall into that category. Like MXGP3, for example, which is not even a year old, already has had plenty of Steam sales that I've seen. So if it's a money thing and you're trying to not blow the bank out for a couple $50 video games basically, then maybe wait for a sale if you're getting it on PC. I know it'll start dropping in price range, both of them, within, I would say, less than a year if you're buying them on console. And then again, like on PS Network and Xbox Marketplace, they both also have sales on games and stuff like that all the time, but I'm not as up to date with that, so I can't necessarily swear that it's going to happen. But if you're a racing fan, if you like dirt bikes, if you like quads, if you like UTVs, if you like off-road video games, I would say get both. That's my humble opinion. I know you probably want me to pick one, but I'm not gonna, because I really have different levels of enjoyment for both, but I definitely really enjoy both. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But as for this game, what I really liked about this game was that I thought that All Out, like getting into it a little bit, would kind of ruin any skill set I had on this game. And this game has been pretty easy to like just pick up and play again. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be, the same for All Out. One thing that's really got me quirked out about All Out is the whole air physics thing. You have to learn so much about what works and doesn't, that I feel like if I picked up Reflex right now, I would be so trash in that game. I would do the worst ever whips, scrubs, everything in Reflex. So there is that, but I think that this game still has a pretty adaptable learning curve that you can pick up and play pretty easily and quickly. And so I like that. It's nice to have an arcade console type game that you pick up and don't struggle on immediately. It's fun to just pick up and play. So I will say that about this game. I wonder if I could lap the whole field twice. Davalos is in second. I'm just over halfway into this race, so I would have to probably step it up a little bit, but I don't know, I could get pretty close. I could get pretty deep into the field. I'll definitely lap Marty here pretty quick. So the whole goal with this career mode videos series is to really walk you through the whole game, each track. If you want to watch the videos and hear my opinions on each track and stuff like that, that's fine. But to kind of show the progression, what you can purchase and stuff. So in the next video, not this one, but the next one, I will most likely go back in and start showing you a lot of the customization features that are a part of this once you have a lot of credits like I do already. I have most of my bikes pretty well maxed out, so there isn't a whole lot of changing up, or whatever you want to call it, going on with my game/bikes anymore. I'm on a Kawasaki again this week, so that thing's completely fully modded out. And at some point, honestly, I might go back to trying to do the whole running stock bikes against everybody and see how I fare. But maybe if I'm not allowed to go to the 450 class, maybe that's what I'll do if I have to do 250 East before going to the 450 class, is I will just run a bike that's bone stock, basically, throw some graphics on it or whatever, but that's it, and see how she goes. Be kind of interesting to see what it feels like on a slower machine, less nimble, etc., etc. But like I said, next video, not this one because I'm trying to keep it relatively short today, is a video that I will go in more depth with the customization available to the bikes and the riders and the options and stuff like that. I showed most of that stuff at the beginning of the series with the first couple videos I did in this game, but it has been, like over a month now since I even went in and did any customization for these career mode videos. So I feel like it's due, right? I should go in and maybe pick a setup, run something new, fresh. Been running this Purple Fox gear for a while, as well as, well, last week I ran some like weird green TLD stuff, but most of this Purple Fox stuff is what I've been using. Which, by the way, this Purple Fox gear, or not this set, but there is another set in the Priest line for Fox that has a very similar shade, color, etc. as the gear I am running. In fact, is it not the gear? That was the worst time to look. Forget how to look back. No, it's not the gear. Okay, so in the Priest line, there's a gear set that has like kind of a similar shade, but for some reason they call it red. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing purple. Hopefully we can solve this debate in the next video. Because it looks red, it looks purple, I should say, to me, but it is listed as red. So I'm trying to figure it out. Can I quad this? Oh, no. But then I'll just use it as a whoop section on the way out. Alright, I got 4 minutes left, and I'm really curious to see if it's possible to lap the whole field twice. Don't think so, because I think Davlos is still right over there somewhere on my right side that I just went by, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Ooh, cross jump McGee. Triple to the inside. I need to start playing this game online again too. Has anybody noticed yet if they have been able to fix some of the netcode issues? Because it was really bad at the beginning. Like, you would just plow through other people and it was annoying. But I haven't played online in this game for a long time, so somebody else could probably tell you. Maybe I'll do another online video, playing online with some buddies. First one was relatively well received with all the cursing, and then I did one that was very stale and boring because, well, my friends stopped being excitable when they realized I was recording and then cut out the cursing. So maybe we'll come back in with some more stuff. If there's anything that I might dislike about this game, which is funny because I just talked about the fact that I liked it, is that it is kind of easy. It's not really that hard to figure out how to hit the fast lines in this game, to go fast. At least it is for me. I'm probably sounding really cocky saying that, but it's really not that difficult of a game to learn. So I guess it can get boring in that sense because you kind of run out of like things to do, whereas in All Out so far I felt like I haven't even gotten close to the limit of what I feel like I'm comfortable with in that game. So like I said, if there's anything that I could point out, it would be that, but even that, it's not the end all. With the track editor that's available in this game and the tracks that I've already made, like, that is forever going to be fun. Like, every couple months after this game gets old and boring and I don't play it much anymore, I would feel like it would be every couple months that I'd be like, oh, you know what? Like, this is a really cool track idea. Let me go build it in MES and see what it's like. Because I could do the same in Sim, because I know how to build tracks in Sim, but the process for that is 1,000 times longer. Like, I guess Supercross tracks, not as much, but it's still a really long, tedious process building tracks in MX Simulator as comparatively to this, which is a bunch of preset jumps and stuff, so it kind of sucks that you can't change it up too much, but it's still really cool that it's all kind of built in for you. You can just come on in and go to work, basically. Man, I really might lap the whole field twice. So I'm getting to Faulkner, who's in 5th. And just as I say that, I go through the bales and like an idiot. Alright, Faulkner just went down, so I'll get around him. Then I got to get around Hill, Dakotas, and Davlos to lap the whole field twice. And I'm going to have 2 more laps to go this time by. So get Hill here. And is that J-Mart or Dakotas? Yep, that's Dakotas. Alright, so where is Marty? He's supposed to be about 7 seconds in front of these guys. I'm lapping Casey Brennan and a couple others once again. I see Marty though. I'm gonna go get him. Lapping the whole field twice on realistic difficulty, realistic physics, manual transmission, no rewinds. And I don't even feel like I'm riding that good, but that's a little disappointing how easy this was. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna pass him before the white flag. The white flag hasn't even come out. I've lapped the field twice. Well, technically not, I guess, because he kind of just beat me back to the line. But that's ridiculous. Come on. Make the AI more difficult. Come on. Wow. And then lapping a bunch of other guys for the third time. So I'm going to get, I don't know, whatever, 17, 18 laps in on this. And a bunch of these guys only got 15. Cool beans. Well, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully some of my comments in this video about the game and All Out, etc. make sense. I'd be happy to discuss it further with you in the comments, so head on down there. And yeah, another one in the books, picking up a race victory here and moving on to Vegas, I think would be the next one. So yeah, we'll wrap up 250 West next week, but thanks for watching. I'm Kellen, and I'll see you guys in the next one.